What's up, guys? I'm back. It's been a while, but I'm here with a new review, and goddamn, is this a good one. So, the other night, I wanted to go see a movie because I just got back from this trip, and I was like thinking, cowboys and aliens. That just sounds like an awesome combination. But then I was like, I heard that it wasn't so hot, and there's also video footage of apes and gorillas on the loose, so I'm totally going to go see that. And I did. I've been excited about The Rise of the Planet of the Apes for a long time, but I was always skeptical because, like, come on. Like, Hollywood could easily screw up something like that, especially a prequel about the Planet of the Apes. You know, I mean, it's monkeys going nuts, running amok, you know, sign me up. Like, what's wrong with that? That sounds awesome. After the second trailer came out, you know, and they started to explain, like, where the story was going to go and where it was going to start and how the development would go along, I was like, okay, I'm convinced now. This could be so awesome, but they could just screw this up like foobar, you know? Just like beyond all recognition. And I'm here to tell you if they did. So the story is that a monkey gets captured, or an ape gets captured and put in this lab, and they start testing this virus on them. I forgot what it was called. It's like some X12 or some shit like that. And they, like, jab these monkeys with this stuff, you know, and it starts, like, repairing their brain cells and, like, making them really strong. The idea was to create a cure for schizophrenia. And doing, like, moving along with this, like, the monkey, like, one day that had been, like, their main test subject, it gets pissed off for some reason, something happens, but they found out that it had a baby before it died. And that is our main protagonist named Caesar, who ends up finding a father figure by James Franco, whose father is suffering from schizophrenia, and that is his real passion behind finding a cure. So this is The Rise. And by the way, before I get into like talking about what I thought, Andy Serkis plays Caesar, and goddamn, that's what I'll say for now. Andy Serkis is playing Caesar. I didn't know that they did the same technology that they did for Avatar, so like they had like probably like dots all over his face or like a big thing, like he would emote emotion and they would record it and like have it put in the computer and whatnot. So yeah, this is The Rise, and The Rise is something that would take time. That's not something that's gonna happen overnight, you know. And goddamn, did they nail it or did they nail it? I think they nailed it. This film actually takes place over. It's not something, you know, that was gonna happen overnight. It takes over like several years. I'm not gonna say the exact amount because it'll give away some information about certain characters, but nevertheless, it's not gonna happen overnight. This is gonna be a while. This is something the director Rupert Wyatt and the writers really must have thought about, because the stories flow and how the characters, you know, develop and show like how they've, no pun intended, but evolve. It's just really well, like, spun together. And I know that was a bad image of that, but anyway. A big moment of change, you know, is this brilliant montage where they're showing, like, you know, they really wanted to show all the characters changing, and they all do. But they have this brilliant montage that shows Caesar growing up, where he gets taken to a very special place by James Franco. James Franco takes him somewhere that he really loves. And you see him, like, growing up in, like, the process of, like, 30 seconds. This is really short montage. Like, it's not long, but seriously, it gives Rocky a run for his money. And I'm not just saying that. Speaking of money, a lot of it must have gone into these special effects because, God, did these apes look great. Like, they did a great job over there at that studio that did Avatar, and I'm going to take this time to say, if Benjamin Button was able to be nominated, Brad Pitt, I'm going to say they need to at least nominate Andy Serkis for his amazing performance as Caesar. Like, it's so subtle and so brilliant, and he's given so few things of dialogue, if you will. The way that he emotes is just so incredible. His character's development, his character showed more development than most protagonists and most films do nowadays. I mean, and hey, his characters, his character showed more development than the entire cast of Sucker Punch. And that is something you can take to the bank. It's really incredible how the filmmakers make you feel the suffering. You know, they're suffering, these apes. And it leads you to something awesome, which is you root for the apes. You're rooting against your own species. And, I mean, you can't really say it's a spoiler here because look at the movie, you look at the trailer, and it's monkeys taking over. It's called Planet of the Apes. So, there. But, you know, watching this movie build is something really, really special because all the action, you know, it feels right. It flows in the film very well, like it was woven in, you know? And all the action has something pushing behind it that makes it dramatic and makes it interesting and makes you really, like, pay attention and, like, see the subtle things in all this action. It really intrigues you. The action is really well done. One of my favorite things about this is how exciting and surprising and even creative how the action gets. There's one explosion in this movie. There's just one explosion, and that's a really, really big feat for an action film. Like, look at Michael Bay. Like, I'll be the first to say that explosions are sweet. They're awesome. But, like, seriously, Michael Bay could take a page or two out of this guy's book because the director had some jaw-dropping shots, several throughout the film. Like, there are moments where you're like, holy crap, that was so cool. You know, and, you know, we finally got that prequel that doesn't suck. And I really didn't want to do this. This isn't really damn good. It's amazing. Like, there's nothing wrong. I loved every second. The story is so good. I can't wait for the next one. Andy Serkis as Best Actor this year. You heard it here first, people. Alright, until next time, I don't know what the next thing I'll be seeing is, but it'll definitely be something awesome. See you guys later. Don't forget to tell me how much I suck, and you can subscribe if you hate me, and there you go. Peace out, guys.